Oh my goodness, it's hot. In this weather, let's talk about Heat. Finally, we got some good news about the sequel to one of the greatest heist movies of all time. This one here. But first, let's talk about the original, which came out in 1995. Obviously, I was too young to watch it at release, but I still remember watching this masterpiece with my family when I was still very young and absolutely floored by the art. I was enthralled. Heat is a legendary film. I explored Michael Mann's filmography in the last 10 to 15 years, and there's a distinct artistic choice, a pattern in each of his films. They're generally a two-character lead film, often set in the backdrop of a huge city in the United States, with the city being a character in itself. Neo-noir crime thrillers. Heat is steeped in 90s LA culture. The vibe is so authentic. When I went to LA, I exactly got hit by a strange sensation of nostalgia, only experiencing the place through film, and Heat plays a big part in that. The protagonists are morally ambiguous. It's often not even possible to tell who the good character is, the character you're supposed to be rooting for, unless we talk about Collateral, in which Tom Cruise just went full evil, bad guy. But yes, that is the crux of Heat for sure. Robert De Niro's Macaulay and Al Pacino's Vincent Hanna are two sides of the same coin. Both veterans who have led wildly different lives to the moment their paths cross, and it presents itself as one of the most engaging cinematic experiences of all time. This film is complex, it's a little dark, but it's also bright as it sets in LA. There's color, there's a lot of it. There's crime and gore, but it's also human and grounded, and the stakes are high. It's a perfect detective, crime, cops, and robbers film. Ultimately, at its core, it's about two characters in their life hitting a point when they know something is about to change. The turning over of a page. Robert De Niro, being the master robber, he is self-aware. He knows he can't keep doing this for the rest of his life. He knows there needs to be a shift, and he's been preparing his entire life just for that moment. Al Pacino is trying to find meaning. A down-and-out alcoholic, yet brilliant detective is pursuing what he thinks will give him purpose. And that purpose, in the context of this film, is taking down Robert De Niro. Al Pacino becomes obsessed with him, so much that it starts having an impact on the rest of his life, his family, his loved ones. There's masterful moments in this film. Both of these actors have given us two of the most iconic characters ever portrayed. These roles are standout in each of their own cases too. And that's saying a lot, as they've had two of the most long and storied careers in all of Hollywood. When they share screen space, everything just escalates, and the film from that point on just exists in a higher plane of existence. Watching them together is something so special, and we should be so lucky to have watched these two titans go head to head. That scene, you know the one I'm talking about? This scene here. The scene studied in film school. The scene regarded as a tribute to two of the greatest actors of all time. The cafeteria / restaurant / coffee shop scene, whatever you want to call it. But hold up, if you've not seen this film, you're doing yourself a disservice right now. Please just go and watch this film. It's a Sunday, it's the summer, it's warm. It's exactly how Michael Mann would want you to watch this film. This would be an experience you'd never forget, and trust me on this. Let's absolutely not forget to mention the late and great Val Kilmer. He played that part to perfection. The conflicted young blood who brought in such an energy to the screen. His involvement in the film is spectacular. The bridge between the two protagonists, I saw it most recently with my father-in-law, who's not seen it before, and he loved it. A student of cinema in his own right, growing up with international films around him, I saw him enamored by the screen, the storytelling. The photography, it's so perfectly a part of the story. The use of color is so iconic. Films have been inspired by this. The Dark Knight, for example, uses the same artistic flair. The silhouettes of the actors, it's become synonymous with the crime genre in general, and everything about it. Crime 101, most recently as well. When I was watching that film, I felt a lot of familiarity to Heat. I love this film and everything about it. My family has a thing of comparing the two performances. It's inevitable though, and I don't blame them. Two absolute juggernauts, both have historically portrayed characters so legendary that when they are pit against each other, the audience will tend to pick a side. In all the online discourse and discussion about this film, in all the various conversations about this film, I've heard Al Pacino's performance praised more than De Niro, or at least I've heard his name mentioned more. But I have to stand by my boy Bobby D over here. This guy. Oh my goodness. The stoic, reserved, introverted performance is so difficult. With the heaviness, he carries immense power. It's not loud, but it's calculated. You see De Niro, and he's the one person 5 steps ahead of everyone else. It's such a complex character. That is absolutely not to say Pacino is not as impressive. Pacino is loud, he's terrifying. You have no idea how he's going to react, but you know he's got a moral duty, and he will try his damnedest to stick with that code. That in itself is an unbelievable feat. Oftentimes, his eyes are doing the acting. His body language is that of a substance abuser, but his eyes tell a completely different story. God, this film is good. And after 31 years, we're finally getting it. We're getting Heat 2. Oh my goodness. Heat has become such an important piece of recent cinema, such an integral part of it, like a time capsule of the 90s, that it almost feels surreal to be getting a sequel 3 decades later. Where does it go after the ending of Heat? We know how it ends, but the book the sequel is based on is set both after and before the first film. So there's both prequel and sequel sections, which means these characters will be returning. It was co-written by Michael Mann himself, and we're in for an absolutely wild ride. Michael Mann has been trying to get this film in production for years. He asked for a budget of $200 million, but the studio deemed it too expensive. He managed to bring the production costs down to $170 million, and Amazon MGM Studios are now helming the project. And it's about to enter production, and we have a cast, or at least some of it. And my God, what a cast. Christian Bale is expected to be playing Vincent Hanna, Al Pacino's character, with Leonardo DiCaprio playing Val Kilmer's character, and Stephen Graham, most recently from Adolescence, the Netflix series, playing Neil McCauley, the role portrayed originally by Robert De Niro. We also have Adam Driver, who's in talks to play the antagonist of the film. The cast is electric, let's not lie, and I could not be more excited to see where this whole thing goes. On paper, I'd say this is probably pound for pound the most impressive assembly of actors to appear in a film in recent years. These actors, reprising such iconic characters from the past. What a time to be alive. For the entirety of my life, Heat has been such a staple of my worldview of cinema, and I'm so ready to get immersed in it once again. I'll be there day one with all of my friends and family who share a mutual and equal love for the original film. And yeah, can't wait. It's going to be good. I was going to do an impression of these two in this scene, but I want to leave that alone. I don't want this. It's too special a scene. I know people do incredible impressions. Tom Hiddleston, I'm looking at you. But yeah, my God. Just my afterthoughts. Can't wait. Oh yeah, and said wife has not seen this film, so I took it out of my cabinet today. And yeah, we're going to watch it tonight. I can't believe she's not seen it. Goodness. She's in for an absolutely great time. I'll try and keep my mansplaining to a minimum because that, I know, annoys her. But I can't help it, especially when it's a film I love, like this. All right, please watch this film if you've not seen it yet. And yeah, we'll be there in 2027. Bye-bye. They're neo-noir crime thrillers. Neo-noir crime thrillers. Neo-noir crime thrillers. Neo-noir crime thrillers.